Hello guys and welcome back to another FPL video. Today I'm going to present to you my team selection for Gameweek 6. Have in mind that I will be showcasing a wildcard draft at the end as well, so be prepared to see how my team is going to look and what I think is the best wildcard that I believe that you can get. First of all, I want to say thank you to Fpl Gw6 of being the first member of my channel. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Once again, if you have any questions, don't be afraid. You can ask him, you can do all of those things. If you want a personal shout out like him, you can as well join the member section. It's completely in your hands to do so. You know, you get some benefits. If you don't want to give any money, you can go and just subscribe for the channel. It's completely free. You can give a like and you can share your opinion about my wildcard draft and about my team selection going into game week 6. Currently, this is the lineup that I will prepare for the week. Henderson in goal, Everton away. I think it's an okay fixture for him. Robinson, Trent, and Pau Torres. I know those are 4 away fixtures from my defense, but they don't look like teams that tend to score a lot of goals, especially Wolves and Everton are a little bit questionable in attack, so I'm prepared for at least 1 clean sheet this week. Have in mind that a transfer will happen into my team in the defensive department, so one of the defenders is going to drop, and that most probably is going to be Robinson. In midfield, I own Eze, Salah, and Bumo, Rogers, and Smith Rowe, with currently Salah being my captain. 4 more away fixtures. This game week is going to be a lot focused on the away fixtures. Last time around when we had such a away focused team, we did pretty alright. So I guess that we'll see if that will happen again. Salah is most probably going to leave the team, but I'm going to explain it into the next section. And up front, I have Havertz and Haaland, who is away from home being my vice captain, and Havertz against Leicester is going to play there. Bentley in goal for the bench, nothing too special. Vardy against Arsenal, my first option in the bench department, and Aina against Fulham. I don't expect Forest here to keep a clean sheet, even though it's a home fixture. I believe that Robinson and Taina are both going to concede, maybe 1-1. I predict that game to finish, so most probably Robinson is going to end up on the bench. Looking now at the transfers option that I have 1 free transfer, but most probably I'm taking a hit. In order to fill in 2 players that I would like, the first of them is Bukayo Saka. There are rumors that there is an injury in Arsenal. We don't know who it is. Saka played only 45 minutes during the derby game against Manchester City, and he hasn't played in Carabao yet, so I don't know what is going to be the case with him. Is he injured? Is he not? Because if he is not injured, he's right getting into the squad, and that will free up a lot of budget. 10 million for him, a really solid price. If though he is injured, I may need to reconsider my transfers. Several things that I can do, but let me explain now the obvious choice. So Saka is the player that's going to be, and he's going to be my captaincy option. That's the thing, that's the deal. He hasn't played 90. Oh no, he played 1 game 90 minutes. He has 6 returns already, which is a pretty consistent return ratio from him, and I believe if he plays more than 60 minutes, he's into the bonus as well. So I quite like him. I think against Leicester, he is bound to score a lot of goals, so I will be getting him and most probably captaining him. Next, I'm going to take a hit. I know that points are pretty valuable, but still I cannot go without an Arsenal defender. Most probably it's going to be Gabriel just because he has so many upper side things compared to Saliba. He is more attacking. His expected goal ratio, expected goal involvement as a whole this season is 1.1, while compared with Saliba, who is being used to block teams, is 0. So he hasn't been anywhere near scoring a goal. So Gabriel is going to be the guy. I know that he scored 2 games in a row. I don't expect him to score once again, but for bonus and for everything, Gabriel is currently way more solid. The issue here is that they have a lot of fixtures and he's traveling with Brazil for international duty. So some issues may appear, but yeah, they can appear to a lot of players, and I don't want to keep avoiding the points that he's getting. He's got 36 points, one more than Saka, which speaks for itself, while he got 2 points in one of the games. Yeah, so only 2 returns attacking wise, 3 defensive clean sheets, and I believe now they will continue racking up some defensive clean sheets. I'm too sad that I cannot own a second Arsenal defender, but currently Havertz is my pick. Maybe the other way around was going to be better if I owned an Arsenal defender from the start and I just chose the best Arsenal attacker, but I made a decision. This decision paid off in the home fixtures so far, like 20 points in the home fixtures from Havertz, so I'm more than delighted to do so. There are several options if Saka is injured. Gabriel is getting into the side if he is fit, and now we have two options. The first of it is going for Palmer. If I'm not going for Bukayo Saka, I'm tempted to go for Palmer and just captain Haaland, because I need the money to be able to own Arsenal defender. I cannot do it without doing a transfer. Now Raya is out of reach, and yeah, I can do it to go for Timber, but I don't feel quite confident that Timber is going to continue starting. Yeah, he got, oh no, he doesn't get an assist so far, but yeah, he's got some good returns. The goal involvement aren't there, but still, I can risk it. He has been playing some regular football in the past weeks, but I just don't know yet if I can rely on him. So Gabriel is just the player to go for, and here I am 1 million short. So that million is going to come from Palmer for a hit. But yeah, Palmer is an option. He had a goal, 2 goals and 4 assists. That's a pretty good return ratio in 5 games. 6 returns as well, just like Saka, and he's 1 point currently more than Saka, which is a good thing to have. No bonus last week, but if the game is not finished against Brighton, he will stay. He has Liverpool, Newcastle United. It's not looking good, like an amazing fixture run. The other way around to do so is to go for Luis Diaz. Here I have several issues with it. First of all, he is not nailed for minutes. Yeah, his points are amazing. He is already on 51 points, which if he continues playing like that and scoring such 5 goals in 5 games, so a goal per game, even though he's way above his expected returns, like he has 3.3 and he's already in the 6. But yeah, that doesn't matter if he continues scoring. That's going to be detrimental, even though he plays 60 minutes. He started in every week so far, so I'm willing to bet on him. So Luis Diaz is an option. Elsewhere, I honestly don't feel excited by anyone else in midfield currently that I do not own. It's either Luis Diaz, Palmer, or Saka. It's quite funny that Luis Diaz is the top midfielder so far, and only Haaland is ahead of him, but only slightly. But yeah, I own Mbumo, Barnes, Son, Madueke, Madison, Mitumu, McNeil. They don't seem so appealing. So it's either going to be Saka, who I'm most probably going to get, or Palmer, or Luis Diaz. It's one of the three. I'm most leaning to Saka. Then most probably I'm leaning to Luis Diaz, as they will face several not too defensively sound teams. And then, even though they face Arsenal, I believe, in game week 9. But after that is Brighton, Villa, Southampton. Still, I can rely on those players. But yeah, I will have to think about it and see what I'm going to do with it. But for now, Trent, I believe, is more than enough. So here I'm expecting to have Saka. This is the plan to have, and 1.5 million in the bank with 4 points cost. Yeah, it's going to be my first hit of the season, but when I do it for a captain and for such a solid defensive option, that I will need to do, and basically with the hit I'm getting 14 playing players, so I'm more than delighted to do so. Now let's prepare a wildcard draft, because I promised you to do so. So my plans are to bring an Arsenal defender and an Arsenal midfielder to have the triple up with Havertz. That's the plan. So starting in the wildcard, as usual, I'm going to select the players that I think are must. So Trent, Haaland, and Mbumo. From my team, those are the players. Gabriel and Saka. Those are the players that I'm going to go for. Sound, solid, and I like it a lot. Next up, I'm more than willing to go for a second Arsenal defender just because they're amazing. And I'm here am deliberating between Saliba and Raya. Honestly, I want to have the money in defense, because if something happens, I can quickly move around it to the next hot thing. While if I do a goalkeeper transfer, it's not going to be the best thing. So yeah, I'm still going to go for Saliba. For me, a really solid option, getting clean sheets and nailed. So we have our 3 starting defenders. Immediately I'm putting a 4.0 player in just to have him, and then I'm going to select a 4.5 defender. For me, there are several options, and the best one, if I'm not taking into consideration a lot of things, is Robinson. 2 returns so far. Pretty staple, 17 points for a 4.7 player. And after Forest and Man City, which games you are playing your 3 defenders, you can go for an Everton game, you can go for a Brentford game, you can go for a Palace, Wolves, you can go for Brighton, a lot of good options, and you have him on a wild card for the Christmas run of fixtures where you don't want to spend money on the 4.5 defender. So Robinson is back into the squad. Here I'm done with this. And now we need to decide how our midfield is going to look. If I'm on a wild card, I got a comment from one of my viewers. So let me return Bentley, because the 4.5 keeper that GS is a must. And I don't agree he's a must, but I'm willing to have him as he's going to bring me a lot of potential and he's going to be starting every week. And I have a Liverpool attacker. Now we have 3 Arsenal players, 2 Liverpool players and 1 City. After the fixture run turns for the worse, I can get someone instead of Saliba to have 2, 2 and 2, which is going to be great in my opinion. Now in goal, I'm more than willing to go for a 4.5 player, but let me just get Diblink, the best 4.5 midfielder in my opinion that you can rely on. You can put him in games like Bournemouth, then Leicester, then Everton, so you can rely on him and be a rotation player. So players like that are more than tempting to go for. Next up, we need to have one more solid attacker that is going to play every week, and that attacker is going to be Solanke. I believe that Spurs are going to continue scoring goals and they don't face a very sound defenses, so I'm going for Solanke. And now the budget is a little bit tight. Here I'm going for a goalkeeper of the ranks of Flecken. I'm more than happy to do that. And now I have 11 million to finalize my squad. Honestly, I would... so Diblink is game week 7 with a worse fixture. So I need to find players that are playing in 7 and 9 with good teams. Let's go and see. So fixtures, open, fixture difficulty rating. I can go for Vardy. It's not that hard of an appeal because he has that fixture, and I can go for an Everton player. I'm not that willing to do so. Ipswich is not very liking for me. City is going to be an interesting team in 7 and in 9. I like that. Spurs, I own players. West Ham are a team that I can invest in. And if I go for Bowen, am I left with any money in the bank? No, it's not enough. I'm missing by 0.1. But no, I'm not going for a 7.5 player here. So here in 7 and in 9, I can rely on Wolves attackers. So I can go for Warsen here and just pick someone at 6.4, which is not going to be that easy. But honestly, I may just go for Semenyo. Even though in 8 it's not that amazing, he in 8 plays against City. Oof, that's difficult. Or I can just return Vardy into the lineup and just pick someone that is going to play this week. 6 million this week, someone with good fixtures. Everton are here, Chelsea, but I don't. Bournemouth. Yeah, going for Semenyo is not that hard, to be fair. So let me pick Semenyo and let me go like that. So I believe that lineup is really, really solid. I can pick maybe another more expensive defender and just have 4 defenders, but I have not been a fan of that. Or I can drop Saliba to Raya and then afford someone more expensive, like 5 million, but I don't think there is a 5 million player that I would like. But 7.5 attacker in the likes of Mateta or Watkins. I don't own a viewer player, which is quite dangerous. So United and Bournemouth at home. So here if I go for Rodgers, I have 6.8 to pick a striker. Let me see what's in the forward list. Can I? Oh yeah, I'm going to go with Chris Wood. Yeah, why not? He has Fulham, Palace, Leicester. Yeah, it's good. So basically like that. I think that this looks solid and I can bench Diblink or Wood or Rodgers whenever. So yeah, I quite like this draft. So this is the wildcard draft that I would go for most probably. Let me hear your opinion about it. It's looking nice. If I tend to do it, it's 8 transfers from my team. So that's a good reason to use the wildcard. But currently, I'm more than happy with my team. I don't own Eze, which might be an issue, but I'm not too worried about it. I can replace Mbumo or someone else or Wizgius if he's not performing with Eze, so I'll be in the money there. But overall, I feel pretty confident into that team. I have Haaland, Wood, Saka, and Mbumo as penalty takers. I have Trent on set pieces. I have Saliba and Gabriel with the threat. I have Wood who's on penalties. So I spoke about him. Who's just explosive. Diblink is explosive. So I believe that this team is pretty solid. I want to hear your opinion about it. Currently, my team, once again, to remember, is looking like that. Most probably Saka and Gabriel will join the team. If Saka is not fit, I'll have to elaborate and choose another player, but I think he'll be alright. Thanks so much for watching. Thanks for being part of the community. If you enjoy my content, don't forget to subscribe to the channel, like the video, and once again, special thank you to Fpl Gw6, who became my first member of the channel. Once again, I appreciate you very, very much. Hope you're having a good time with me and my content. But for now, guys, I'll be heading out. Bye!